Hello guys, how are we doing? Welcome back to Goals Galore. Welcome to my Match Week 5 predictions for the Championship. Match Week 4 is a distant memory now, having had the international break of course, but we're back for Championship action, what we love to see. If you've got to enjoy the video, drop a like and subscribe. Also comment all 12 of your predictions in the comment section down below, of course, to be added to the prediction league or keep your score going. Right, here we go then. Match Week 5 predictions. Let's begin on the Friday night for Hull versus Sheffield United. And Hull haven't won so far this season. Sheffield United haven't lost so far this season, as far as I can remember. In this one, I do think that Sheffield United are the favourites, and I'm backing them to win. 2-0 Sheffield United in this one, away at Hull. Leeds versus Burnley is one of the biggest games of this match week. Really exciting fixture, this one. Leeds, of course, got their win last time before the international break against Hull. Very convincing. As for Burnley, of course, it was the draw in the Lancashire derby last time out before the international break. In this one, tough game to predict. I think at Ellen Road, just about Leeds to win this one 2-1. Off to the den next for Millwall versus Luton, and in this fixture particularly, Millwall actually have a good record, but the start of the season Luton have made is awful, and they have to get off the mark here with a win. I do really think that this is a must win. I've got Luton to win 2-1, and if they lose, we really could be seeing the end of Rob Edwards and Luton. Can you imagine that, you know, after getting them promoted, a solid season in the Premier League, albeit getting relegated though, and then sacked in the Championship. I do think it will come good for them. I hope so, because I really like the project there at Luton. But, you know, they got to win sooner rather than later. I'm backing them for this one. 2-1, just about. Moving on, we go to the Kassam for Oxford versus Stoke. Two sides have been impressive so far this season. Oxford have won every game they've played so far at the Kassam Stadium this season. As for Stoke, they've been quite impressive actually, as I just mentioned. Lewis Kumas looks like a really good player for the season on loan from Liverpool. In this one though, you can't ignore the home form from Oxford. 3-2 Oxford in this one. Blackburn versus Bristol City. It is a very exciting matchup. Blackburn, of course, still undefeated so far this season in the Championship, as far as I'm aware. And Bristol City, of course, losing to Derby for the international break. It's a result and performance to forget from them. In this one, really tough place to go. Away to Ewood Park. Can't separate the sides. I don't think either side will win. 1-1 draw in this one. Off to Pride Park, and just like Oxford, Derby have got a really good record at home, and so far this season as well, they've won all of their home games. And I think that continues here against Cardiff, where Errol Bullett really is struggling with this side. Only 1 point out of 4 matches so far. This really is a must-win for Cardiff as well. Against the type of opposition, this is against, you know, just being promoted from League One. It's a game that they'll be wanting to win. But for me, Derby get the better of Cardiff here. 2-0 Derby in this one. Off to the Riverside for Middlesbrough versus Preston North End. And this is a tricky game to predict, because Middlesbrough have been hard to predict in the first few games of the season. A lot of results you wouldn't expect, including the League and Cup so far. As for Preston, of course, new managers already had to come in, Paul Heckingbottom, and he suffered his first defeat of the season at Preston last time out against Oxford. In this one, I am backing the favourites, the home side, Middlesbrough, to, you know, get an expected victory in this one. 2-0 at home. It's time to go down south to Devon for Home Park. We have got Plymouth hosting Sunderland. Sunderland top of the league and have won every single game they have played. Bit disappointing that they conceded their first goal in such manner against Portsmouth before the international break, but they're scoring goals for fun and they're top of the league at the moment. Whether I can see them continuing that throughout the season, I'm really not sure. Of course, we've seen it in the past few years, the likes of QPR, my team Swansea even is recalling to me now, with teams starting strong but not being able to be consistent enough to continue it. For Sunderland in this one, they're going to win, I'm pretty sure, against Plymouth, who it's going to be a long old season for them under Wayne Rooney. For me, Sunderland 3, Plymouth 0 at Home Park. Moving on, we go to Hillsborough for Sheffield Wednesday hosting QPR. QPR got the win against Luton before the international break, while Sheffield Wednesday have been very underwhelming since the opening day result against Plymouth. In this one, tricky game, be a very even game as well. I'm gone for 1-1 at Hillsborough in this one. Off to the Swansea.com stadium now for Swansea versus Norwich. I will be attending this game. Cannot wait, to be honest. before the international break. Yeah, I'm glad it come at that time, if I'm honest, because we're not conceding many goals. It's just going forwards at the moment. We don't really look too threatening. Now, we've had a bit of time now to work on that. Transfer window was a bit underwhelming, if I'm honest. And against Norwich in this one, who are tricky opponents, having just got their first win of the season last time out against Coventry for the international break. So it's a good time for them to play us. Not a great time for us to play them, maybe, but international break as well. So it'll be a tricky game, an even game. It was 2-1 to the Swans last time at home, last season in this fixture. I've gone for the same results. Come on the Swans, 2-1 to the Swans against Norwich. Saying that, I'm not confident, but I have to back the Swans, don't I? Moving on, we go to Vicarage Road for Watford versus Coventry. Watford have started the season so well. Of course, last time out though, they did lose to Sheffield United before the international break. As for Coventry, of course, they always start the season slow, and this year is no different for them. In this one, I can see goals galore, pardon the pun, but a 4-goal thriller here at Vicarage Road, split equally 2 apiece, 2-2 at Vicarage Road in this fixture. And to finish off match week 5 predictions, we go down south to Portsmouth, Fratton Park, and the visitors are West Brom, who of course beat my team Swansea just before the international break, 1-0 in the end. Don't know how they didn't score more, don't know how they didn't concede a penalty. There we are. But of course Portsmouth lost to Sunderland for the international break, 3-1 in the end to a much better opposition, it has to be said. No disrespect to Portsmouth there, but they did get a consolation goal in the end. And so far this season, that was their first defeat. So there are still positives to pick out from that start to the season so far. In this one though, West Brom have been very impressive. So has Portsmouth. But for me, I think West Brom will be a level above, much like Sunderland. In this one, Portsmouth 1, West Brom 3 for me. Well then guys, they are my predictions for match week 5 in the Championship. If you did go on to enjoy, smash the like button and subscribe as always. Plenty of content on the channel out, and it will be coming over the weekend as I'll have my matchday vlog for Swansea versus Norwich out on the channel as well. And be sure to check them out also when they are uploaded. And drop your predictions in the comment section down below. Drop a like if you enjoyed and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one very soon, guys. Take care. Stay safe. Goodbye.